What a time to be a fight fan with another incredible fight night at Madison Square Garden at UFC 295. UFC Fight Night was decorated with 3 fast fights, 2 new champions, and a night full of thrills and agony. Iron is forged while it's hot, so we'll cover the 3 main fight cards, their course, comments from the fighters, and what awaits them in the future. The fighting kitchen is hot, and new dishes are ready for future events and the beginning of the new fighting year. So stay up to date with the events with MMA Corner. What a night. So many knockouts, submissions, Brazil has a title again, we have a belt, so many emotions, I got her 4 times. Listen, I am beating records here. On draws in her post-fight press conference, the girls from Brazil led the strawweight fight in the 3rd fight of the main card in New York's famous arena. Jessica Andrade left behind a difficult year, which she still managed to close with a quality victory over Mackenzie Dern. The famous Brazilian heavy puncher and former champion defeated the black belt grappler from Brazil by technical knockout in the 2nd round. Andrade looked sharp and good while doing so. In 2 rounds of the fight, she managed to knock down Dern 4 times, breaking the record and moving the standards of women's fighting. Already in the 1st round, Jessica had a chance to finish Dern, who was saved by the bell, extending her agony into the 2nd round. Dern had a chance to prove herself as a serious contender, but she again had a problem with an opponent she couldn't outgrapple. Her takedowns were completely neutralized, and in the stand-up fight, Jessica excelled as always. A veteran of the sport with over 30 fights, Jessica Andrade perfectly implemented her game plan with sharp strikes and avoiding the ground game. Mackenzie Dern's chin was exposed to clean attacks throughout, giving a mitigating circumstance for Jessica's strategy that earned her the performance of the night bonus. And a left hook and a straight right hand were enough to finish the fight. The smile on her face and the relief are more than obvious. Aware of her strength and certainly with her confidence boosted, Jessica has her sights set on the other fighters. Given that she fought most of the fighters in the top 15, it looks like we'll have to watch some rematches. Something that I really want for the next year is actually be able to fight on UFC 300. It's going to be historic and I would love to be a part of it. It would be really cool if Joanna came back. That would be really interesting. 2024 could mean a rematch between Joanna and Jessica, and a win over the Pole would mean she's on track for the title. Their last match was a while ago. Both fighters evolved and could enter the octagon with different sense of maturity. I'm not trying to be a philosopher, but people hide away from fear. I openly admit that I'm scared, but I am going to do it anyways. That is when I do my best work. When a big scary guy is coming at me, that is when I am my absolute best, said Aspinall in his post-fight press conference. In the co-main event fight for the interim heavyweight title, there was a late exchange of fighters where Tom Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich got the chance to taste gold. When 2 knockout masters meet in the octagon with the title on the line, it only takes 70 seconds to reveal who the new champion is. Although he had trouble closing the distance, Aspinall did a great job with his famous and quick 1-2 combination, followed by a pair of hammer fists on the unconscious Pavlovich. He mined the front leg of Sergey, and because of his usual flashy footwork, it was difficult for the Russian to catch him. Although the fight was hard to predict, the truth is that Tom was still too fast for Pavlovich as we assumed. The performance of the night bonus went to the Englishman in addition to the heavyweight title. Speed still won over power. Pavlovich managed to land a clean punch, and to everyone's disbelief, Aspinall showed a steel chin. Tom proved he's a new breed of heavyweights who captured a chance on short notice to start writing his legacy. His post-fight celebration speaks volumes about the effort he put in to get the title. Defeating one of the most feared characters in the division was no easy task, but Tom made it look easy again without breaking a sweat. Despite the deficit in preparation time, Aspinall's motivation was pure awe of his opponent. Brits are dangerous in short-notice title fights, and Tom did the same thing as Bisping against Luke Rockhold. Although he hasn't had time to think about what's next, what is certain is that he wants to rest, but he desires to fight John Jones. Considering that he doesn't want to wait for the match between Jones and Stipe, Aspinall expressed another desire, which is to defend the title in the first half of 2024. Ciryl Gane called him out immediately after the match, which means that it's not excluded that we'll see a clash between two heavyweights with the best footwork. Gane recently stated that the fight with Aspinall made no sense, but when he saw that Tom took the title, his opinion changed. It would be an interesting matchup to watch, and it would certainly show who's the better striker and who moves better in the heavyweight division. That way, Tom could benefit from the win and convince everyone else why he is number one. Considering Tom's performances so far, and especially the last one, the question arises whether Tom is a better fighter than Stipe and how that match would go. Will Tom fight Stipe next? All things to consider. The final fight of the event was headlined by Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka for the vacant light heavyweight title, but it ended as quickly as the fights before them. Jiri returned from major shoulder surgery to claim his title, and Alex Pereira moved up the category with the same goal. During the first round, both men moved fluidly, Pereira targeting the front calf of Jiri and the Czech again showing up with his awkward guard. Prochazka secured the takedown and showed solid pressure on the Brazilian, where he took the win on the scorecards for the first round. But the first round was far from over, and Alex returned after the second bell to collect the payment. Both fought the match smartly and gently, without a lot of aggression, with well thought out shots. Jiri also had his chance in the second round when he chased Pereira against the fence and created a siege of strikes to take the lead in significant strikes. But Yuri's unrelenting low guard pressure allowed Pereira to attack with his killer and signature left hook that separated Czech from conciseness. In a desperate attempt to survive, Jiri went for a takedown but exposed his head to the Brazilian's elbows, which were enough to end the fight and take the title to Brazil. In just a few years, Alex achieved the unimaginable, and at first everyone thought he was just another kickboxer in MMA. He became the first man to defeat Israel at middleweight, won the championship in 2 divisions, and avenged his mentor Glover Teixeira, from whom Jiri took the title. The light heavyweight category has its killers who can't wait for a chance at the title. However, in the post-fight interview, Pereira emphasized the opponent against whom he wanted to defend. We rarely got to hear Alex speak English, but his words in the post-fight interview were short, clear, and delighted fans. Hey Adesanya, come to daddy. Let's not forget the man who vacated the title in the first place, Jamal Hill, who has every right to be next to attack the title when he returns. Alex, of course, had a comment on that as well. Well, I'm an active fighter, an active champion. I know Jamal is injured, so I don't know if he will be back on time, and I want to fight real soon. Wrapping into the new year, does this make Izzy eager to return faster and earn the title in the division above, which he failed to do against Jan Blachowicz? This could be more than just a fight, UFC fans. This is about legacy. We'll have to wait to see what happens next. 2024 is right around the corner, and man oh man does the UFC have big time fight decisions to make. UFC fans, let's get ready for an intense 2024.